Good morning everyone, it's Gary, no more Mr. Fat Guy again, and today is Thursday the 12th of February, and just done another training run for Hearts Across Australia. Now, quite proud of today's effort, to be honest. We had the big weekend just gone where I did the overnight walk to Fremantle, 10 hours on my feet, and then kind of the wheels fell off a little bit with the way that life panned out with Monday. I think I probably got a 2-hour session in on Tuesday. Then yesterday, Wednesday, was a bit of a disaster. Basically woke up a bit late. I had a lunchtime meeting, which meant there was no lunchtime walk, and I had a networking event yesterday evening that meant I didn't get back until almost midnight. So yesterday was a bit slack. And the last thing I wanted to do today was to back that up with another failed to exercise entry. So I woke up about 4:30 a.m, which is probably a couple of hours later than I would ideally want to get. Really not on a normal basis. I'd want to wake up 2 to 2:30 and get a good couple of hours or so of running and cooling down and stretching and that kind of stuff. Just get a good 2 to 3 hour session in, and then still manage to get a fairly early bus and be in work nice and early. So I woke up at 4:30, so that would represent probably about 4 hours sleep, and so they're not ideal, and it would have been too easy to it was very, very tempting to just roll over, say, look, I need another hour's sleep at least. I mean, I will get a nap on the bus, but it's easy to say, need some more sleep, just turn over. Perfect excuse. There's nobody in the world would criticise me for doing so, apart from myself. I mean, basically the voice in my head was sort of telling me, at the end of the day, we're not attempting something normal. This is crossing an entire island continent on foot, and you don't kind of get to be able to do that kind of thing. You don't get those kind of results by putting in sort of average, typical effort. So waking up at 4:30, my real reaction in the end was, at least I can get an hour in, so that's what I've done. Basically, I got up, got my running gear on, and as tired as I was, and as horrible as, I don't know, it's not really hot, it's not really humid, but it's just a bit disgusting. It's a bit kind of yucky, and it's been a struggle. It's not been the the most clean, sort of fresh feeling spring in my step run ever, but got myself out there and went into a bit of a run for a couple of Ks and then run walking since, and just coming up for a total of about 6.5, and probably be almost bang on the hour. And pretty pleased with doing that, to be honest. Pretty pleased that under slightly adverse conditions that my mental programming now is such that it says, get out of bed, go out and get it done, because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure that after a few days of walking 50-60 Ks a day, I'm going to need a little bit more than that even to say, come on, get up, it's not rest day. So very, very, very pleased with that, and a completely different animal to where I was 3 years ago. Because 3 years ago, just thinking of getting up would have been an effort in its own, let alone actually doing any physical exercise. So that's all great. Last night was an opportunity. It's a networking group that I'm involved with locally called Out of the Box Biz. Prides itself on being full of been fairly small, fairly exclusive, and pretty much full of people that are out of the box thinkers. Pretty much but basically a good bunch of people, really. A good, lots of creative thinking and some really good energy in the room type stuff. And so last night was my opportunity to do a 5-minute member showcase. So I pretty much got to stand up and tell my story. Condensed the 3 year, 3 years so far down into 5 minutes, and to explain what craziness we're actually up to at the moment. Went down really well. I came away from doing the actual talk buzzing, as I normally do when I do these public speaking things. A lot of that's nerves, to be honest, and adrenaline, and got some great feedback afterwards, and probably a couple of opportunities coming up to present or to actually do my longer version of my talk to some other groups, and potentially getting in front of sponsors for the event and so on and so forth, and raising the profile. So that was excellent. Really enjoyed doing that. It was a great group to be part of, and was really grateful for the opportunity to do that. So was it worth losing sleep over? Yes. Yes, of course it was. It's great fun. To be honest, it's if you'd have asked me yesterday at about 5 o'clock if I was looking forward to standing up and talking again, would have been the same story that I always say. No, I wasn't, and I wouldn't be expecting to be describing it as fun. But you sort of push through that discomfort, you push through that fear of every time so far it's been this fear of failure, and this fear of finally being in front of an audience that thinks, well, so what, what's that story got to do with business, or what's that story got to do with me, and so on and so forth. And of course it's all just those mental games that are going on in your own head. Everybody else is waiting to hear something from you. Everybody else is waiting to be entertained, or to hear something a bit different, to hear something a bit motivational or inspiring, whatever it is they're waiting for, and they actually want you to succeed. But your own brain is telling you it's all going to go horribly wrong, and that's the point where you really just have to just do it. Basically, that phrase about feel the fear and do it anyway. You really do have to work through that fear, because it's always worth it. Stepping outside that comfort zone has not failed me once so far. It's whether it's public speaking, whether it's lining up for the London Marathon, or whether it's to be honest, whether it's telling people all about these plans to walk and run from Perth to Brisbane. That fills me with great dread, and fear when I think about it and I talk to people about it, because there's an awful lot to it. There's the one foot in front of the other is going to be the simple part, to be honest, and that's why we're having such a big push with the sponsors and all that kind of stuff at the moment, because every sponsor, every little bit of support, every little bit of extra profile that you get is all helping to make sure that this is the most successful that it can be. And on that note, I want to welcome on board Sarah of Amazeballs. So Amazeballs basically are snacks. They're good, healthy, nutritious snacks. They're pretty delicious as well, to be honest. They're very yummy, very moreish, and they basically come in 3 main varieties. You've got the protein balls, you've got the energy balls, and then there's the superfoods. And they're really great, and there'll be some more information on the blog and the Facebook page. But basically Amazeballs have come on board as a supporter of Hearts Across Australia. And what I've managed to do is to get Sarah to agree that anybody who is ordering some and want to quote either Hearts Across Australia or No More Mr. Fat Guy, if you buy 3 packets, each packet contains 3 balls. So if you buy 3 packs, then you get a 4th thrown in for free. So you basically get 4 packs for the price of 3, 12 balls for the price of 9. And like I said, they are pretty damn amazing. I genuinely will not promote anything or mention anything that any products or services that I don't use and that I don't actually you know, find of value or you know, whatever. So yeah, I've tasted them, I've eaten them, I love them, and I'm quite happy to have them on board and to tell you all to at least try some amazeballs. So you know, maybe I should change my talk to end with change your thinking, change your life, and make life full of amazeballs or something. Anyway, my sleep deprivation's clearly kicking in, and I'm starting to talk gibberish, or I'm starting to talk even more gibberish than I was at the start. So on that note, thank you all for supporting and liking and sharing and continuing to just be such a massive source of support and encouragement. And I will talk to you all again very soon. Cheers now.